Hi everyone, it's Ashley Bradley with Ashley Bradley Coaching, and this is a recording of a call that I hosted live this morning, a group coaching call on the topic of, is this the job for me? And I hope that if you couldn't make it this morning that you're still able to benefit and really receive some clarity around your career, what's next for you, what you might need to change. So I will let you know that it will take in total approximately 20 minutes today. The only thing that's different about these recordings is that there's not a chance to do the one-on-one coaching at the end for people to chime in and to get some clarity around what's specifically going on with them. But I will always offer the first session for free, and I do it all over the phone. So if you came upon this video and you'd like the chance to just work with me one-on-one for a bit, you can reach me directly. It's Ashley, ASHLEY, at coachashleybradley.info. I would recommend grabbing some scratch paper and a pen or pencil because there's going to be a lot of different things that I'm going to be walking you through that you'll need to just jot it down. And if you think about it in your head and you're not writing it down, you're not going to be able to go back to it and process it a little bit further after the call or after this video in this case. So the topic for today is this the job for me? So this will be applying either to your current job that you have now, or if you've already left that job and you're just trying to decide what you want to do next, then the questions that I ask will be more related to the job that you had previously. And I hope that this will just start getting the wheel spinning and get you thinking in some different ways. It's really going to just be skimming the surface. It's probably not going to give you 100% of all the answers that you need, but I hope that it will get you thinking in a way that's different and bring you some new information and some new clarity around what you want to do next. So I did want to let you know that there may be times that I will pause in between questions just to give you time to process thoughts. But since it is a recorded video, I encourage you to just pause it. When you need some extra time, like pause it after the question, and then you can resume it and pick it up, and you can just take this at your own pace. Coaching in general is really a guided self-exploration, so don't expect that this is going to be me giving you all the answers, but it's going to be asking you questions in a way that will allow you to find your own answers. So that's just my little introduction around what to expect today. So as we get started and before we jump into this group coaching session, I want you to just give yourself permission to just be fully here. Just be fully here with me, taking this time out for yourself, for you, for your career. I know there's probably a number of things that you should be doing right now, or you're thinking about what you're going to have for lunch, but this will be short and sweet. I'm going to keep it to probably 20 minutes or less. I'm going to aim for 15. So just give yourself some permission to just really be here and process everything and let it all soak in and give your full self to this. And I think you'll get the most out of it if you do that. I also wanted to challenge you to allow yourself to think outside the box. So I'm sure that within your career, within your job, there's a lot of limitations that you set for yourself, and that includes me. We all do it, and I want you to think about not just what you think is possible, but what you really want. Whether you think that it's realistic or not, challenge yourself to think big, to not just limit yourself and put yourself in this box that you need to stay on this career path and stay within this industry because that's the skills that you have. Because really that's not true. That's not the case. So just for right now, just for today during this call, let go of that and allow yourself to really just think big about what's possible for you and what you really want. And if you want to go back and put it through a filter so that you can decide what you want to do next with it, that's okay, but that's your challenge for the call or for this video. So I'm going to walk you through first something that we call a wheel of life, and specifically within professional wheel of life today. And it's basically just different categories, and you're going to rate your level of fulfillment. So as I walk you through, you're going to score yourself 1 to 10. 1 is the absolute lowest and 10 is the highest, meaning that everything's perfect, everything's great, there's really no improvement that could be made. And there's going to be 8 total categories that I'll walk you through. And again, just try to jot down your scores. So the first category for Wheel of Life is work-life balance and your personal well-being. So for you, you can feel free to relate or rate those 2 separately if you want to rate work-life balance for one and personal well-being for the other, or you might choose to just score them from 1 to 10 together. The next category is time management and organization. And again, might be 2 separate categories for you, so you could feel free to separate those as well and score separately. But that time management and organization might even apply to the small things like email. So really think about it in that way, from a large perspective and from a small perspective as well. The next one is success working with others. So this can be either working with coworkers, or if you do work within a large environment or organization, it might be how successful you are working cross-functionally with other departments, with other teams. So whatever relates to you, really, within your career, success working with others. Next, I'd like for you to score your career as a whole. So looking at not just the job that you have right now, but just overall, how you feel about it. The next category is coaching, and you could take that however you'd like, but I would say it's more so the coaching that you receive from a direct supervisor or the coaching that you provide for people that work for you directly on your team. Next category is generating results. So whatever it is that you need to produce or do to be doing a great job at work, how successful are you there? Relationship to your supervisor, the person that you report to, as well as the relationship to your team is next. And I'm sure a lot of you might choose to separate that out. If you do have a team of direct reports, there might be a different relationship that you have with both. So rate those together separately. And the last one is a fill in the blank. So what I chose, being that I specialize in life purpose blending with career, is fulfillment. How fulfilled are you with what you do and with your career, and how much are you connecting it with doing some kind of a greater good rather than just making money for somebody else's company? So whatever fulfillment really means to you, career fulfillment, you're going to put a score on that. Great. So we're going to put that aside for right now, and I really encourage you to review and take a look at these numbers going forward after this call so that you can get some more information around what's going well, what's not going well. And this is also to get you thinking and get the wheels spinning about the different categories that really determine how happy you are in your career. So I would like for you to keep some of these categories in mind as we go through these different questions. And again, if you need more time, feel free to put me on pause and you can pick it up when you're ready. So I want you to get in that place of having a bad day. What do your bad days look like at your current job or at your last job? And just really take in, on a bad day, what's happening, what is it that you're doing, who is there, just all the different aspects that make it a bad day. Was it getting to work? Was it not getting to go home soon enough? So really take a moment, Close your eyes if you need to, and just really feel and put yourself in that place of what the bad days look like. And after you've had enough time to process that, then I want you to get really specific around what it is that made it a bad day. So it's going to go beyond just, well, my boss is just micromanaging me and I can never like make my own decisions and he's just kind of constantly breathing down my neck. So you're going to take that and get even more specific to what the root value is that's causing you to feel like that. So for that one, I'd connect it with autonomy. You value autonomy. You want to be able to make some own decisions, or working independently might be something better for you in that category. So for each thing that just really created that bad day for you, get really specific around the value that you would attach to that. Because that's going to actually be the thing that's the most beneficial to making sure that that's not going to happen at your next job, because it can take many forms. So next, I'd like for you to ask yourself, how frequent have these bad days been happening? Is it once in a blue moon? Has it been happening several times a week? Has it been feeling like that almost every day? So be really honest with yourself around how frequently that's been happening. And then let's go into the future just a bit and think about if you were to stay there. It might be the coming months, the coming years. How likely is it that those bad days are going to continue happening? And just think about that. Okay, so enough of the bad stuff. We're going to shake it off. We're just going to take a deep breath. We're going to let go of all the bad energy that we brought thinking of your bad day. So just breathe in, breathe out, and just let's clear the slate. We're going to just move on to some good stuff now, hopefully. So the next one is good days. So I want you to take some time and really get yourself in that place of what a good day looks like for you. And I hope you have a lot of them. So that place I'm hoping is easier to go to. But just close your eyes if you need to. Picture all the things that are happening around you, how you're feeling, what you got to do that day, who's around you. Just soak in all the good day things and put yourself in the good day place. All right. So just like we did for the bad day, I want you to connect what those things are that made it good. So not just around the task that you were doing or that specific thing that happened, but the value that you associate it with. What's important to you about that? So not just the specific thing because your boss gave you a compliment. Okay, how do you get to the deep root of it so that you can apply it to other jobs if you are to be making a transition? And how often are you having these good days? How often? How often has it been the last few months, or just the more recent past? This last week? How many good days? And then how many good days do you see in your future? Is this something that happens frequently, something that you feel is going to keep happening? So let's look into the future forecast of how the good days are looking. All right, so with really any coaching interaction, even if it's group coaching through a video, the goal is to always have some kind of next step, some action that you're going to take, because if you just watch the video and then you move on with the rest of your life, then there's really nothing that you benefited. It might have got you thinking in a different way, but I am going to ask you to create some kind of concrete next step. And it's okay. It could just be a baby step. And it can be a wide variety of things. And I don't know how you answered your question or what your specific career or job situation is. So I will throw a few things out there to get your wheels spinning about what your next step might be. So it might be taking action and an action item or something that you need to change or something that you can adjust so that you can get more of those good days happening or more fulfillment. It might be really just brainstorming. So there's been a lot of information thrown at you right now, and you probably haven't had enough time to really process it and what that means for you. So it may be just taking some time and setting some time aside, whether you find those answers through journaling or meditating or just kind of sitting there and contemplating how things are going or what that means for you. So again, just throwing a couple things out there so that you can get yourself thinking about it. And it needs to be a time frame. So actually set a time frame for yourself, whether it's by this evening, depending how long it's going to take, by the end of this week, by the end of this month. So get really specific around what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, how are you going to know that it's done. And if you're somebody that struggles a little bit with just being accountable to yourself, you may want to identify a person that you can let them know that you've committed to something so that they can try to help you hold yourself accountable in getting that done. So that is all that I have for you on this topic for today. I would love for you to follow me on my various social media channels, and you can see them probably below, depending where you're watching this video, on YouTube or Facebook. I go by Coach Ashley Bradley on Instagram, and it's Ashley Bradley Coaching on Facebook. So those will be the latest updates around the videos and these free coaching calls or videos that I host each month, all on different topics. And I'm also available as a one-on-one coach as well. I specialize in life purpose and blending that with career. So you may already say, well, I know what my life purpose is, but I really want to blend that with career, and I want to start discovering how do I monetize that and not just have these two separate pockets of life purpose and career. Or you may say, I don't really know what my life purpose is, but I want to discover that, and then that's where we would start. So there's definitely various parts of the spectrum that you might be on, but I would love for you to reach out to me directly, and we can talk more about how we might work together. I always offer, like I mentioned, the first session over the phone for free. It's like a little sample. Take a little bite out of it and see if it's for you. But feel free, if you have any comments or questions, you can reach out to me directly or email me at Ashley, ASHLEY, at coachashleybradley.info. Bye everyone. Thank you.